Make all the costumes and run away because the showcase is here. Summoners, as expected, we have League of Legends fan creations made to order, or made to suit the tastes of the artists, which, if anything, is even better. I'm Nika. I host this jam. You're watching. You must like fan art. Let's get started with Skychild's amazing figures. She might be the first person to have thought of inviting Baron Nashor anywhere near your ears. These decorative plugs show off the daring side of any gamer, but those talents can also be applied to this tiny little Ziggs statue. Twice the size of a match and fit to burst with awesomeness, just like his bombs. That Ziggs seems fun and friendly, but when it comes to this Nidalee, I'll admit I am intimidated. Tasha, or Ogo-yoon, is a notable cosplayer, and she set her sights on our Huntress, which in turn makes it hard for us to turn away. Perfectly matching the character model and gorgeous as well, bringing our champions to life is always a treat. When you associate Soraka with food items, you probably think of bananas? This art collaboration says, think again. Croissant-raka is made by ShowMeYourMoves, Antares, and Phenoca, and it seems to round out the other part of a balanced breakfast with delicious baked goods. The art is seamless, the styles fit together so well, and we're interested in seeing whether her star call will rain down breakfast cereal. The funny thing about Teemo is that I think he travels even more than I do, especially with the help of Avarok. It's not quite graffiti if it's immovable, right? Avarok pastes up these Teemo portraits and mushrooms to show this Yordle's dominance over a lane, or a bypass, or a construction site. You know, just anywhere that a champion could go. I'd have mixed feelings about running into a Teemo in a city. I mean, I'd be delighted, but then immediately afraid of what I might walk into. Now around bottom lane, we'll be seeing some heavy shroom accumulations right through about levels 15 or 16, which will then clear out and lead the way for some minion pressure coming up from the south and some comfortable farming. For a champion that is mostly ghost, it would make sense that a sculpture of him would be comprised primarily of air. Chim's made a wire art figure drawing outlines around Nocturne. His distinctive shape makes this an easy champion to identify, but also looks good when expressed with such minimalism. Could use a little more darkness though. Shiny darkness. I can't quite get my mind around this, but apparently a recurring theme in the fan art community is Runaway bride Mundo? Two of our exceptional fan artists have given it a go, starting with the beloved Matcom in his in-your-face style for such a comical situation. Generally, you'd think people would run from Mundo, especially if he wore lipstick. Tapnir, however, thinks it's a mutual thing. Mundo runs, everyone runs from him. In retrospect, no part of this wedding seems like a good idea, but that's what makes great art. So, which champion do you think is most likely to propose marriage to Mundo? If you answer that on Facebook, you might get a special call out in the showcase. Now everybody, say hi to Toxic Popsicles. Jeez, your enthusiasm is killing me. Now, I love PAX. I love it. I go every year, and it just takes over my whole brain for the weekend. I just exist solely for PAX, and that is really easy to do when I'm meeting up with incredible cosplayers like these. You may have seen pictures, or perhaps even video, but I got to see these guys up close, and it was amazing. Let's start off talking about Jenny, who had 2 full costumes and a different hand-sewn doll every day. Jenny is a showcase veteran and worth giving some more love. One cosplay is great, but these ladies worked as a group for their costumes, and they fit each character just as well as the costume fit them. Probably our tallest costume was, as you might expect, Mordekaiser, the Master of Metal. And speaking of faithful costumes, Ari and Wukong performed a little skit during the show. I've never seen a more realistic Monkey King. I'm pretty sure he's actually the real one. This costume pair showed the brotherly love with downright Darius and That's So Draven. You've seen the pictures, but it's worth mentioning that Britt the Badger is a complete costuming badass and made a full Sejuani outfit along with her friend actually performing as the boar. You know what made my entire PAX weekend? I got to ride the boar. Check that out. Britt even brought back her famous Oriana costume from PAX East and gave us a taste of what she could do. Absolutely stunning work. That wraps up this week, but don't worry, there is no end of fan creations in sight, which is lucky for me because I'd never want to see them end. So submit your own. Meet me back here. We'll see what next week brings. Now we're expecting a monsoon to be moving through the mid lane, but don't worry, that'll clear up for the beautiful view of the star calls as we move into late game. Back to you. Check out your 3-day game forecast, and we'll see you next time.